Hello students, now I'm going to do the paper 2, that's model paper number 2, part 2. This is G.C.E O-level examination, the model paper series, 5 series. This is paper 2, part 2. And you get 2 sections, part A and part B. Similar to your O-level exam paper, you get 6 questions from part A and 6 questions from part B. Each question worth 10 marks and you can spend maximum 18 minutes for that. And spaces are not given, so you can ask for line papers, and for graph paper, you can get a graph paper. So let's take the paper. Part A, you get question number 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, and 5 and 6, and part B, you get question 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the last page, question number 12. Let's do paper 2. Let's take question number 1 in paper 2. This is about share market and percentages are there, income tax. So we'll do separately. Sirinatha invested 400,000 rupees in a company which gives 16 rupees per share dividend and the market price is 80 rupees. What was the number of shares he bought? So invested amount is there and market price is 80. So easily you can find out number of shares. ₹400,000 divide by 80. 5,000 shares are there. What is the income from dividend? Each one with 16 rupees per share. So total income from dividends is equal to 5,000 into 16. So 3 zeros and 5 times 6, 30. 3 remaining, 5 times 1, 5 plus 3, 8. 80,000 rupees. What percentage is dividend income from invested amount? So percentage value. So dividend income 80,000 rupees for 400,000 rupees into 100%. 3 zeros and another 1 zero here. 1 0 with this one. 4 times 2. 2 times 10, 20 rupees. So how many marks for these 3 steps? So you are getting 1 mark for number of shares and total income 80,000, 2 marks, and 20% 2 marks. 5 marks for these 3 steps. So let's take the next one. Sirinatha's monthly salary is 150,000 rupees. First, 500,000 is free from annual income tax. Next, 500,000, 4% is charged. For next one, 8%, and the other next 500,000 rupees, 12% is charged. What is the annual income tax needed to pay? Monthly salary is this. So what is the annual salary? Annual salary is 150,000 monthly salary into 12 months are there. 0, 0, 0, 0. 12 times 5, 60. 6 remaining. 12 times 1, 12 plus 6, 18. So 1,800,000 rupees. So we have to do step by step. First 500,000, that's free. So we can subtract 1,800,000 minus 500,000. 1,300,000 because it's free. Then Next 500,000, 4%. So we can first calculate next 500,000, 4%. So what's the tax? 20,000 rupees. Now again take the next 500,000. That's 8%. That's 40,000 rupees. Now for the last, this is less than 500, so you need to calculate the percentage from that. 300,000 into 12%. 2 zeros, and here multiply by 3. Put 3 zeros and multiply by 3. 36,000. So what's the annual income tax? So we have to add all 3 together. 6, 9. So 96,000 is the annual income tax. So how many marks for that? So 1 mark for calculating the annual salary, and then each step 1 mark. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 marks for this one, and earlier we gave 5 marks. Altogether 10 marks for that question. Question number 2. This is about quadratic graphs. Here only difference here is you get a decimal answer there. So we have to substitute a decimal value. And using the graph, you have to answer these questions. So let's take the graph. Given below is an incomplete table of values. Prepare to draw the graph of function y equals x squared minus x minus 3. Fill in the blanks. So you have to find the y value when x equals 0.5. I'll take half as a fraction. Half squared minus half minus 3. 1/4 minus half minus 3. So what's the denominator? 4. So 1 minus 2, 4 times 3, 12. I converted to the same denominator. So you get 1 minus 14, that's minus 13 over 4 minus 3, that's 12. 1/4 means 3.25. So minus 3.25. Draw the graph of the function taking 10 small squares along both x and y axes as 1 unit. So we'll try to first find the y axis starting from minus 2. Minus 2 minus 1, 0. So that's the y axis. And now label the y axis starting from plus 3. 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Now we can draw the x-axis. Label that. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and here minus 1, minus 2. And here we can see each side. 0.1, 1 over 10, because 10 squares represent 1 unit. Both axes same, very small. 1 square represent 0.1. Now we can mark the points. Minus 2, 3. Minus 1, minus 1. 0, minus 3. 0.5. 3.25, so in the middle. 1 with -3, 2 with -1, 3 with 3. So you can connect here to here with a ruler, not the other points, only the corner points. Now you can smoothly connect the other points. So something like this and something like this. So that's the quadratic graph. So first we need to give marks for that. So 3 marks normally for the graph. 1 mark for marking the points and the scale 1 mark, and connecting with a smooth line, that's 1 mark. And this is 1 mark. So altogether 4 marks for that question. So let's see what are the questions you are getting. Using your graph, write down the equation of axis of symmetry. So axis of symmetry, I can show you with a dotted line here. This is the axis of symmetry, passes through the vertex point. So what's the equation? Here x is 0.5. So x equals 0.5 is the axis of symmetry. Find the coordinates of the vertex point. That's 0.5 with -3.25. And find the range of x where the function is positive. So function is positive this way and this way, above the x-axis. So what is this point? 2.2. And this one is -1.2. -1.3 also we can take 3 squares, and here like 2 squares. So I can say above this point. So x is greater than 2.2 or x is less than this way, -1.3. So those are the range of values of x when the function is positive. Find the roots of the equation -x² plus x plus 2. What's the equation? x² minus 6 minus 3. That's different. So we'll take that y equals x² minus 6 minus 3 is the previous one. Now this one, 0 equals -x² plus x plus 2. So when you add the two equations, what happens? Y equals x² get cancelled out, x also get cancelled out, -3 plus 2, that's -1. So that means we have to draw y equals -1 line and find the intersecting point. Y equals -1. So we have to draw y equals -1 line here. And what are the intersecting points here? That means -1 and 2. So when y equals -1, x values are -1 or 2. Those are the roots of this equation. So how many marks for these steps? 1 mark for symmetric line, equation of symmetric line. 1 mark for the vertex, x less than -1.3 and x greater than 2.2 or 2.3. You get 2 marks. And solving and find out the answers, you get how many marks? Earlier we gave 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 marks for that. So 10 marks for that question. Question number 3, factorize. So we'll do 3 steps. find factors of this. So what you do when you have a quadratic equation like this, you multiply these two. 6 into 21, 126 x squared. That's minus. So that means we have to find out the factors. And the difference should be equal to plus 5. So what are the factors? So we'll take 21 is 7 times 3. And we have 6 2 times 3. So when you are multiplying, the difference should be 5. So see, 3 times 2, 6, 6 times 3, 18 and 7. What's the difference? That's not the same. So 7 times 14 and 9. 14 and 9, difference is 5. So we can split 6x squared plus 14x minus 9x. Because we know 14 and 9, middle term is plus, means this is plus and this is minus. Now take the first two. 2x is common. 3x plus 7 there. Minus 9 is common. Not 9. 3 is common. X, so 3 into 3, 3x minus we took, that's plus 7. So 3x plus 7 is common and 2x minus 3 you are getting. So those are the factors. The next one, hence or any other method solve the quadratic equation this. Look at carefully. Look at these two equations. So same equation, instead of x, that's x minus 1. So we can write down the factors using that. 3 instead of x, that's x minus 1. That's one factor. The other one is 2 times x minus 1 minus 3. That's equal to 0. Now expand brackets. 3x minus 3 plus 7, that's plus 4. 2x minus 2 and minus 3, that's minus 5. The two factors are equal to 0, that means 3x plus 4 is equal to 0, or 2x minus 5 equals 0. Then you get x becomes minus 4 over 3, or x becomes, take minus 5, 5 over 2. So those are the solutions for this quadratic equation. So how many marks for that? You are getting 2x minus 3, 3x plus 7, 2 marks. 5 over 2 and minus 4 over 3, 4 marks for this. So 6 marks. So next part. If roots are 2/3 and 5 in 3x squared plus kx plus h equals 0 quadratic equation, find the values of k and h. If these are roots, that means x equals 2/3 or x equals 5. We can do reverse order. So this becomes 3x minus 2 is a factor. 3 times x. 3x, when you take 2 to the other side, 3x minus 2 is a factor. So what's the factor here? X minus 5 is a factor. So factors are there. Then what is the equation? 3x minus 2 into x minus 5 is equal to 0. Then you can expand brackets. 3x squared. 3x into minus 5 minus 15x minus 2x minus 2 into minus 5 plus 10. That's equal to 0. 3x squared minus 17x. These two add up to minus 17 plus 10 equals 0. Now the given equation in this form, 3x squared plus kx plus h equals 0. Now you can compare the two equations. K becomes minus 17. H becomes 10. So the values of K and H are those. Minus 17 and 10. So 4 marks for that. Question number 4. So this is about 3 diagrams and you need to find out lengths and angles. So we'll see you have to use trigonometric ratios, sometimes Pythagoras theorem. AB is a ladder that can be adjusted the length as shown in 3 pictures. Find the length of AP in picture 1. Length AP, that's this height. This is the angle given, this is opposite and this is hypotenuse. Opposite and hypotenuse according to the ratio SOHCAHTOA. Which ratio? Opposite and hypotenuse, that's sine. Sine of 30 is equal to, opposite is AP, hypotenuse is 6. So what is AP? 6 sine 30. What's sine 30? You can use the sine tables, but we know that's half. Sine 30 is half. So 6 into half, that's 3 meters is the AB length. So how many marks for that? 3 marks. Part 2, ABP. ABP, this angle we need to find. We'll take theta. Opposite and adjacent given. So what's the ratio? Tan. Tan of ABP is 6.3 over 2.1. So this is 63 over 21. Multiply both the numerator and denominator by 10. This is 3. So you have to find out the inverse of 3. So I'll write down inverse of. Inverse of 3, tan inverse 3. Now we have to refer the table, tan inverse, tangent table. 3, where you get 3? Here, 9, 8, 9 is there. So that means you need 11. 11 from, we'll take 12, that's 4. 71, 34. 71, 34. And this is so 71 degrees 34 minutes. So that's the angle. So how many marks for that? 4 marks for that question. So 4 and 3 we gave 7 marks. Now the next part. Find AB length of the ladder picture 3. Now we see you have to find out the length. You can use Pythagoras theorem. AB squared is equal to 8 squared plus 6 squared, 64 plus 36, that's 100. That means 10 squared. AB squared is 10 squared. So what's the AB length? AB is 10 meters. So So that's the AB length. How many marks for that question? So you are getting 3 marks for that. So altogether we give 10 marks for that question. Question number 5. This is about statistics question. So we need to find modal class, median class and mean. So let's do the question. Sales of lottery tickets within 1 month from a stall is given below. Find the modal class. So one which has the highest frequency. When you look at the frequency, this is the highest value. So 300 to 350 is the modal class. Find the median class. So middle value. So here add all these frequencies. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 6, 13. 23, 27 and 30. So 30 divided by 2 or 31 divided by 2. 30 plus 1, 31 divided by 2, you get 15.5. That means in between 15 and 16. So we'll see which one. Three. So you need cumulative frequencies. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 6, 13. 13. So 13 up to 13, this one. So the next interval contains 15.5. So that's 23 here. So that's the median class. So same as modal class. So how many marks for these two? You are getting 1 mark each. Next one, third part. Take assumed mean as 300 and find mean number of lottery tickets sold in a day. So this is different. So normally we took assumed mean as the mid value of the interval. Now 300 is not the mid value now, but you can do the same way. So here we'll fill the table. Number of lotteries. 150 to 200. 200 to 250. So fill these intervals first. And we'll take, this is the total. And then frequency we'll write here 3, 4, 6, 10, 4, 2, 1. So the total is 30. Now mid value. And then divide by 2. 200 plus 150. 350 divided by 2. 175. Here 225. So adding 50. So adding 50 to that, 275, then 325, 375, 425 and 475. Now the assumed mean is 300. So when you are subtracting 300, you can find out the deviation, x minus 300. So how you find out deviation? Here you are not getting 0 now because there's a deviation for each and every value. So when you subtract 300, you are getting plus 25 here. Here when you subtract this one, so 300, this is x minus 300. So this is minus 25. When you subtract 300 from that, minus 75, and here minus, what's the value? You have to add 75, so 50 to that, 75 and 50, 125. This one, other way around, positive side. So when you subtract 300, this is plus 75, plus 125 and here plus 175. Now we can construct the column FD. 3 times this minus 375. 4 times this minus 300. 6 times 25 150 minus. 10 times 25 250 positive. 4 times 75 same as this 300 positive. 2 times 125 you get plus 250. 1 times 175 175. Now we'll add the positive ones. You get 5 17 9. Negative ones 5 12 8. Now subtract 0 5 150 positive. Now we can find out the mean value. So mean becomes A plus, assume mean, plus sigma FD over sigma F. Same formula. Assume mean is 300. Total sigma FD is 150. Divide by 30. Total frequency. So you get 5 here. So 300 plus 5. 305 is the mean value. So 305 means mean number of tickets is 305. So how many marks for that question? For the table, 5 marks and 305 for the mean. So 1 mark here, taking this one. And 1 mark for deviation, 2, this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and calculation 1 mark, altogether 5 marks for that question. Now let's take the next one. How many tickets sold in that month? So this is per day, 305. 30 days, you can multiply by 30. $9,150 tickets. If the vendor buys a ticket at 17 rupees and sold it for 20, find the total income of that month. So what's the profit? Profit per ticket is 20 minus 17. That's 3 rupees from the ticket. Altogether 9,150. So what's the income? 3 into 9,150. ₹27,450 is the income of that month. So let's see. So you get 1 mark for this step and 2 marks for this step. So we'll see whether we gave all 10 marks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 marks for that question. Question number 6 now. So you have to use laws of logarithms and logarithmic table to find out the answer. Look, let's do that. Solve the equation and find the value of x. So LG means log 10 base. All these LG values. So what's the first step? Addition you can write as multiplication. X minus 2 into x plus 2. Then what is the next step? Can you see this is difference between two square terms? X minus 2, x plus 2, I can write x squared minus 4. Difference between two square terms. That's equal to LG5. same LG form in both sides. You can compare the inside. X squared minus 4 is equal to 5. Then x squared becomes 5 plus 4, 9. So what's 9? 3 squared. X is plus 3. Here make sure that you don't take minus 3 because negative of logarithms are not defined. If it's negative 3, you get negative 5. So not defined, only we have to take the positive value. X equals positive 3. So how many marks for this one? So 3 marks. Next one. Find the value of this using logarithmic tables. So we have to take R as this. Any letter you can take. So I'll write 17.5. Square root whole thing means power half for both. I'll write half here and 0.817 half over 2.35 square. Now take log both sides. Log of R. You can write half. I can write both half is there inside. Log of 17.5 plus log of 0.817. And then minus 2 log 2.35. Now we have to use logarithmic table. So here we'll take this one. So here 17 means 1 point something. 0.8 means bar 1 something, and then minus 2 times, what's the log value of this? 0 point something. Now we'll refer the logarithmic table. So 17.5. 17.5 2430. 23 here, 23 and not 23, 81.7. 81.7. 9.122. And 23.5. Last one, 23.5. 23.5 I can refer from here. 37.11. Now we'll do the calculation. So we can do the calculation. We'll add these two first. 1.2430 bar 1.9122. Add it together. 2, 5, 5, 1 and 1. And divide by 2. 0.5, 7, that's 14. Again 7, that's 14. So 6 for 12. And then multiply this by 2. 2, 2, 14. And 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1, 7. Now we can subtract. 0.5776, 0.7422. You can't subtract this value, so you have to take 1 and bar 1. So here 4, 5, 3, 15 minus 7, that's 8, and here bar 1. So we can find our antilog value of bar 1.8354. So what's the value? 8354. 8354 from this side. 51 is there. So we need another 3. That's 4. 6844. 6844. And here bar 1 means this is 0.68. 0.6844 is the R value, and units are not given. So this is the answer. So how many marks for this question? You get 7 marks. Earlier we gave 3 marks. So steps, you get 1 mark for taking logarithms and taking proper laws of logarithms, another 1 mark. 2, 3, 4, 5, referring the table, and 6, and finding antilog, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0.6844 is the answer. So 7 marks for that. So earlier we gave 3 and this 7, 10 marks for that question. Question number 7. Here you have given a pattern and you are asked to find the 10th row, and here another pattern there. So we'll do separately. Write down the 10th row of the above number pattern. So you have to observe the pattern. First row here 1 plus 0. Second row here 2 squared minus the previous one. 3 squared. So 10th row, what should be the number? 10 squared minus previous one 9 squared. That's equal to 4 is the first number. Second number is 3 here. 10 plus 9, that's 19. From the pattern, we have to observe. Find the value of this one using the pattern. Now look at this one. 463 means 463rd line, row. So that means you can apply 463 plus 462. You get 5, 12 and 925. So how many marks for that? You are getting 1 mark here, 1 mark for this step. Next one. Write down nth row in terms of nth row. So if it's n, the previous number, n minus 1 square, then what is the value? N plus n minus 1. That becomes n and n, 2n minus 1. That's the nth row. If x squared minus y squared is x plus y equals p, and show that p equals 188 is not a value in the above number pattern. So that means we need to find out n, but n is a fraction. That's why 188 is not in the pattern. So we'll first find out p is 2n minus 1. So we can equate 2n minus 1 equals 188. 2n equals 189. That's an odd number. You can't divide. Divide by 2. You get 9, 4. So 94.5. N cannot be a decimal value. So that means you can write 188 is not in the pattern. So how many marks? So 2n minus 1, you get 2 marks here, and 94.5 cannot be decimal, so 2 marks. So we gave 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marks. Let's take the next one. If p equals 175, find the values of x and y. So x plus y equals 175. Now, first of all, 2n minus 1 is 175. So you can find the row number. 2n equals 176. Divide by 2, n equals 88. n equals 88. And how you find out the values, x and y? So you get x plus y equals p 175, and n is 88 means what's the two numbers? 88 squared minus 87 squared. Those are the two x values, x and y. So this is x. So x equals 88, y equals 87. And this is another question. So what is this progression? It's a common ratio is there. 9 over 3. Or it's 27 over 9. Same ratio. So common ratio is there. So you can find out the 30th term. This is geometric progression. So geometric progression, what's Tn? A r to the power n minus 1. Now we need 30th term. A is 3. Ratio is 3. 30 minus 1, 29. And here, same base, different powers multiplication. We add the powers. 29 plus 1, 30. So 3 to the power 30. So how many marks for that? N equals 88, that's 2 marks. And identify x and y, that's 2 marks. And the last one, 3 to the power 30, that's 2 marks. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 marks for that. And here we need to give less marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we can't give this 2. 2 marks altogether for this question. So we give 10 marks for that. Now construction questions. Question number 8. So you have to use only the straight edge and the pair of compass. So 3 parts are there. Construct the trapezium ABCD where AB equals 4.5, BC equals 8.4, CD equals 3.9 and BC is parallel to AD. So this is a trapezium. So we will sketch the diagram. ABCD. So we don't know the shape. We'll just take a trapezium like this. ABCD is a trapezium where AB is 4.5, BC 8.4, CD 3.9 and AD 4.2. BC is parallel to AD. So these two lines are parallel. So here these two lines are parallel. So we'll do other way around. So here look at carefully. This is double of this. So we'll draw this one. When you take BC here and here BC, DA. So when you take this one, now can you see, you have to use this one. So this is 8.4, BC 8.4, this is 4.2, half of that. And then AB is 4.5 and CD 3.9. So no angles given, so we can use the property. Now these two lines are parallel. So if we can take this one as the midpoint, according to midpoint theorem, this is same as this is same as this. You can find out this point, intersecting point, and easily you can find AD, because we don't know otherwise where you need to put the value. So because of this is double as this, you can use that property. So that's the easiest way to draw. So we'll take the ruler and first draw a line. That's BC. So we can take the compass and the ruler. 8.4. That's the first step you can do. .4. Here you can keep on top of this and mark the AB length first. Then what you do? Then you can mark 3.9, 3.9. What's the double of that? 7.8. So you take 7.8. We'll take 7.8 here, and we can first keep it here and mark that length. Then what is this side? 4.5, 4.5, 9. So you have to take 9. So keep the ruler and the compass together and find out now 9 centimeters. 9 is here. Now you can keep it here and mark the point. So that's the intersecting point. So here, this point. So we took that one. Now you can connect this point, this one, and this point with this one. Now we'll label this A, not A, B and C. And here this is 8.4. Now what we need to do? From here we need to measure half of that. 4.5. From here. That's the A point, and from there 3.9. Here. From here 3.9 is here. So those are the 2 points. Now you can connect A and D. So you get these two lines are parallel. So this is A, D, this is 4.2. So we use the property with the midpoint theorem. So that's the rhombus. This line is parallel to this one. And then construct the circle which touches BC at B and passes through A point. So that means first we need to draw a perpendicular to B. So we'll take this point and draw a perpendicular because it touches at B. And here we need to extend this line Now you can take the length and draw an arc in the middle, and again keep it here and draw the other arc. Now you can extend. So I'll draw a broken line. So that's the perpendicular. And then what you have to do? Passes through A point. Passes through A point means you need to draw the perpendicular bisector of AB. So take the compass and draw the perpendicular bisector now. We can draw an arc in the middle, arc above, and here keep it on top of A. Draw the other arcs. And now connect the two intersecting points. So we'll draw a broken line there. Now we are trying to find out the center. So center becomes the intersecting point of this and this. So this is the center of the circle. I'll put O. Now we need to draw the circle. So here we found out this is the center O. And what's the radius? OB or OA you can take. And when you draw the circle, it should pass through the point A. So we can see that it passes through the point A. Touches at B and passes through point A. That's the circle. Measure radius. So we need to measure the radius. So this is the radius and we'll keep it on top of the ruler and measure it. So you get 2.7. You can get a closer value, 2.7 centimeters. So the radius is 2.7 centimeters. So that's the construction question. So we did all parts. So this is different to what you got before. So you had to use the midpoint theorem there to construct the quadrilateral. So let's give marks. Here we can give 1 mark for this, finding the radius, and all the 9 marks for construction. So AB 1 mark, BC 1 mark, CD 1 mark, AD 1 mark, and parallel, and using this another 2 marks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and constructing the circle we can give 1 mark. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and another 1 mark. No, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we'll give 1 mark for bisector and perpendicular bisector 1 mark. So 10 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 marks for that question. Let's take the next one. Question number 9. So this is about circle theorems and we need to find out the angles. Write down the theorem related to tangent drawn to a circle and the chord drawn from the tangent point. PR is the diameter. What's the theorem? We can say angle in between the tangent and the chord is equal to the opposite angle. Alternate segment theorem. Angle between tangent and the chord is equal to opposite interior angle. Then it says MN is the tangent, circle drawn at P, and find the values of following angles. SKR, this angle is given 66, QPN, that's 37, and you have to find out PQK. PQK, this angle. Now we know tangent and this one, this is the diameter. So that's 90 degrees. This is 90. Now how can we find out this angle? Look at carefully. So you can easily find using this 37 minus here 90 minus 37, you can find this angle. $53 and this is 66. 180 minus these two is this angle. So first we'll find out that PQK is 180 minus 66 and 53. 180 minus 119. 61. That's the first angle we found. This is 61. Then the second one, PTS. 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 This angle. How can we find out that angle? Look at SQPT quadrilateral. This is a cyclic quadrilateral. Opposite angles add up to 180. So that's 180 minus 61. 119. This is 119. So we'll write down the reason. Here, this is triangle angle sum. What about this one? This means opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral. What about the next one? So we'll give marks for this and see. So here, so this 2 marks, and this one is 119 minus 6. So how many questions? 4. That's 1 mark each. 1, and you get 119, 1 mark. So we'll do the third one. Third one, RQK. RQK, this angle. So we'll take this down and see. This one, RQK. How can we find out that one? This angle here. This is the diameter. So this is 90 degrees. This is 90 minus 61. 90 minus 61 is that angle. 29. So you can write down semicircle angle. And the next part, fourth part, PSK. PSK, this angle. That's 37. No? Here, this one is same as this angle. Alternate segment theorem. So that's easy. PSK is straight away 37. Alternate segment theorem. So we'll see. So 1 mark for this, 29, and 37, another 1 mark. So we gave 4 marks and 2, altogether 6 marks. Now let's take the next one. Name an equilateral triangle to PQK. Equiangular triangle. Equiangular means angles are the same. PQK. So we'll mark it and see PQK, this triangle. So we need to find an equiangular triangle to that. So let's use different colors for that. This angle, same segment angles here, and this angle, both are equal. Then another angle here. So if you take this one, this angle and this angle, so this is same. And what about this one? This angle and this angle, opposite angles are equal. Now we found out equiangular triangle. What's that? We can say PKQ triangle or PQK triangle and SKR triangles are equiangular. Equiangular. What's the reason? You can say R angle is same as Q angle and S angle is same as P angle there. Same segment angles. And the other one, the K angle, is opposite angles are equal. In the next part, find the length of KR. KR. This length. SK is 4. So this is 4 and KQ. KQ is 6. PK. PK is 8. So we can put X for that. That's KR. And these are two equiangular triangles. So those are similar. So you can use the ratio between that. So we'll take the ratio. This X means opposite to this angle, double lines. So we can take X, then opposite to double line, that's 6. That's 6 is equal to, if you take this triangle, that's 4. Opposite to this angle is 4. What's the opposite to that angle? That's 8. So the ratios are equal. So we can say similar triangles because similar triangles, you can use the corresponding ratio. So we'll find out x, 4 times 1, 4 times 2. So what's x? 6 divided by 2, that's 3 centimeters. So that's the length of KR or RK. So we'll see how many marks for that. So according to the marking scheme, SRK or this one, you get 2 marks. And x equals 3 centimeters, 2 marks. So let's see, 2 and 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 marks given for the whole question. Let's take question number 10. So that's all about proofs. So this is about triangle. You have to use Pythagoras theorem. So we'll do it separately. AP is the perpendicular height of ABC triangle. Use Pythagoras theorem to ABP triangle. ABP. So what can you say? AB squared is equal to BP squared plus AP squared. That's Pythagoras theorem for ABP triangle. Then the second one, use Pythagoras theorem to ACP triangle. So hypotenuse is AC. AC squared is equal to AP squared plus PC squared. Then show that AB squared minus AC squared. So we'll subtract these two. When you subtract 1 minus 2, what you get? You get the left hand side. AB squared minus AC squared is equal to. When you subtract, can you see AP squared get cancelled out? And you get BP squared minus PC squared. So that's what we need. Easily you can find out the expression. So how many marks for that? You are getting 2 marks. For this one, 2 marks here, and subtraction, another 2 marks. Part B, use Pythagoras theorem to PSR triangle. Okay, we'll use Pythagoras theorem. Then PR squared is equal to PS squared plus SR squared. That's Pythagoras theorem. Then it says SR is equal to, take SR as QR minus QS. So we'll substitute PS squared instead of SR, QR minus QS. Now expand brackets. So PS squared plus QR squared plus last term squared minus 2 times multiplication of these two. QR times QS. Now look at carefully. QR squared is there. PS squared and QS squared. What can you say about this? Again, using Pythagoras theorem, you can say these two. PQ squared according to Pythagoras theorem. And look at this one. Is it the same? Yeah. So 2 times QS and QR. So easily you are getting only using Pythagoras theorem. So how many marks for that? You are getting 4 marks for this one. So earlier we gave 6 and this 4, 10 marks for that question. Let's take question number 11. It's about volume and a ratio question is also there. So we'll do separately. A metal hemisphere with outer diameter 42 centimeters and inner diameter 21 centimeters is melted and created a solid cylinder with radius 21 centimeters without any wastage. So we'll take the hemisphere, it's like outer diameter is 42 and the inner diameter, so this is again its inner diameter is 21 centimeters. So this one is 21 and the volume is here. This is a hollow hemisphere. And a solid cylinder with radius 21. So a solid cylinder with radius 21 and height will take h is created without any wastage. So you are asked to find out. Write down the volume of the hemisphere in terms of pi. So what's the hemisphere? Half of 4/3 pi in terms of pi. So you can write pi r cube. So the bigger one is diameter 42 means radius 21. 21. So 21 cube minus, what's the inner radius? 21 divided by 2 cube. So when you simplify, you get here 2 pi over 3. We'll take 21 cube out and you get here 1 minus 2 to the power 3 there. 2 to the power 3 means 8. 1/8. So what's the value here? You get 2 pi over 3 and instead of 21 cube, I'll write 21 squared and another 21 because I want to cross out with the 3. And this one, 1 means 8/8 minus 1/8, 7/8. Now we'll cross out 3 with this 7 and you are getting here 2 with this 8, 4. So what's the answer? 21 squared, 7 squared, 4 pi. Or can you see square terms are there? So instead of that you can write this one as 21 into 7/2 whole thing squared pi. So in terms of pi you can write like that or you can simplify inside. So I'll write like that and then they ask write down the volume of solid cylinder in terms of height h and pi. So here radius is 21. So what's the volume here? Pi r squared, 21 squared h. So that's the height. H, we have to take h and here radius is 21. So that's 2 parts and then we'll take a look at the other one. Calculate the height of the cylinder. So now the volumes are equal. So we can equate the volumes. 21, 7, 2. 21, 7, 2 squared into pi. 21, 7, 2 squared pi is equal to pi times 21 squared into h. Now you need to find out h. Again check pi into 21 squared h. Now we can see pi get cancelled out. Here can you see 21 squared and this 21 squared get cancelled out. So what is h? H becomes 7 squared. 7 squared is 49 over 2 squared 4. So what's the height? Height becomes 49 over 4. That's 1 and 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8 and 1 remaining 1/4. Or you can write this one as 12.25 centimeters is the height of the cylinder. So you get 12.25 centimeter is the height of the cylinder. The next part, find the ratio between volumes of two cylinders where the ratio between radius is 2 to 3 and ratio between height is 5 to 3. So that means if one radius is 2x, the other one is 3x. 2 to 3 ratio, that's radius. Height is 5 to 3, that means 5x to 3x. We'll take 3y, not the same ratio. You can't take same ratio. 5y to 3y. Now take the volume. So volume of this cylinder, pi r squared, h is 5y. And what about the other one? Pi r squared, that's 3x whole thing squared into 3y. Now pi get cancelled out, x squared get cancelled out, y get cancelled out. So what's the ratio? 2 to the power 2 is 4. 4 times 5, 20. 2. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 3, 27. So 22, 27. So we'll give marks for all these steps. So according to the marking scheme, so you are getting here first part, you are getting 4 marks. So getting this one, you get 4 marks. And then you get 2 marks for writing down 6, and then 2 marks for finding this value, h value, that's 8, and final one, 20 to 27, that's 2 marks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 4, 10 marks for that. Let's do the last question, that's about Venn diagrams. There are 12 identical marbles and X are red in a box. Find the probability of taking a red marble. So X number, red ones. So what's the probability? Probability of getting red one is X marbles out of 12, X over 12. Another 6 red marbles put into the same box. So 6 red ones. So earlier X and 6, X plus 6 red ones are there now. Now the probability of getting a red marble is twice as the previous probability. Find X. So what's the probability of getting red one now? X plus 6. And what's the total? Earlier 12 and 6. Altogether 12 plus 6, 18. So that probability is same as twice as the previous one. 2 times X over 12. You asked to find X. So simplify 2 times 1, 2 times 6. And here multiply by 6. You get here 6 times 1, 6 times 3 here. So what you get? Now cross multiply. 3x is equal to x plus 6. Subtract x, 2x equals 6. Divide by 2, you get x equals 3. So that's the value for x. So how many marks for these 2 steps? You are getting 1 mark here and 2 marks here. Let's do the next part. Epsilon means the entire set is given. A dash, B dash. Draw the Venn diagram and include all elements in appropriate region. So it's better to write A first. A means everything inside. Now outside is given 0, 1. 2 should be inside. Then 3, 4, 5, 6 is there, 7, 8, 9. So that's A. What's B? B dash is given 0, 2, 7, 8. What's inside then? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So you have to take from the entire set. Now we can find out common ones. 3 is common, 5 is common, 3 and 5. So that's inside. So 3 and 5 inside. Now we can mark the other ones inside A. 2 and 7 here. And 1, 4, 6, 9. 1, 4, 6, 9 there. Now what are the other numbers outside A and B? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is not there. 8, 9. So that's the diagram. Write down the elements in set A dash intersection B. That means outside A but intersects with B. 1, 4, 6, 9. And the other one, write down the elements in set A dash. A dash, that's this one, intersection B dash. So we'll write down separately. What is A dash? That's 0, 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. What's B dash? 0, 2, 7, 8. Now common for both. We need common for both. 8. That's it. So A dash intersection B dash is 8. So that means outside the region. So here everything outside A union B dash is the same answer. So how many marks given for each step? So you are getting 2, 7, 3, 5, 4 marks. For that we missed one value. What's the value? 0 is in the entire set. So we have to put 0 as well. So 4 marks. And then A dash intersection B, 1, 4, 6, 9, 2 marks. And last one, and we forgot to write down 0. 0 is also common. Yep, 0 is common. 0 is common, so we have to write 0 as well. So 8 and 0, A union B dash, whole thing dash. So here you get how many marks for that? Just 1 mark. So that's the last question in the paper. So we covered all questions in paper 2. So make sure that you first do the paper and then watch my video to check the answers.